recognize the tribal nations and organizations who actively create, shape, and contribute to our thriving community at Seattle University and beyond. We as an academic community should be and are committed to doing our part to engage with and amplify the voices of Native peoples and tribes. We recognize our collective responsibility and call for further learning and action to support them in their pursuit of advancement through education. Thank you. Please remain standing for the invocation offered by Father Lucas Sharma of the Jesuits West Province of the Society of Jesus, Jesuit advisor to the Dean of the Law School and trustee of Seattle University.
Loving and tender God, you are a God of goodness, a God of justice, and a God of peace. You are a God who creates all people with dignity based in your image, and a God who calls all of us to work for the common good. We ask for your blessing this day on our commencement and our celebration of all of the accomplishments of our graduates, and for all who are gathered here. We are aware that you offer a peace, the peace only you can give, yet we know we often choose our own version of justice. Help us recommit ourselves to building your peace, the peace that is one, especially for the marginalized, that makes us refract your light more deeply in the world. We pray in gratitude for our faculty, our staff, our administration, who create a culture of intellectual and spiritual depth in the pursuit of your peace. Grant them peace in their hearts for another academic year complete. We thank and we pray in gratitude for our students, all of our students, but especially our graduates this day. Give them the consolation they need as they embark in the world to be, in the words of St. Francis, channels of your peace. May they always embody you, the tender mercy and compassion that you are. Be with us all this day, family, friends, and graduates, that we may have peace in our hearts and echo that peace into the world like a stone that ripples through the water, so that someday there will no longer be a conception of peace, because all we will have is harmony. We ask all these things in your name. Amen.
Please be seated, everyone. Graduates, congratulations. We're so proud of you. Welcome to your commencement. Today is a day to celebrate, to be thankful, and to look toward the future. Many of you are here thanks to the abundant support that you received from your parents, significant others, and other loved ones who also are here with you in person or over our live web stream. Graduados, hoy los celebramos a ustedes, pero con el conocimiento que tienen muchísimo agradecimiento para sus padres y otros familiares que sacrificaron tanto en el logro de sus sueños. So let's give all of our loved ones a rousing round of applause to show them your gratitude. As you depart our law school and deploy your new JD or MLS or LLM degree, I give you a few words of advice to take with you. We say that we practice law, meaning that we exercise our mastery of law in the performance of our lawyerly duties. The term practice connotes that we as lawyers will continue to grow and to learn and to perfect our craft until we retire from the profession and even beyond. The word practice also serves today as a helpful mnemonic to organize and remember the advice that I hope to impart to you as my dean's message to graduates today. So, practice, P-R-A-C-T-I-C-E. Let's start with the first letter, P, professionalism. Justice Sandra Day O'Connor insisted that, quote, there must be a rediscovery of civility in the profession, unquote. Many other leaders in law have observed that we have lost too much of the professionalism and civility and collegiality that once defined the legal profession. I urge you to distinguish yourselves as lawyers who, in their zealous advocacy on behalf of clients and causes, exercise the professional kindness and collegiality that the profession merits, and that in any event make us better and more effective lawyers. Address and relate to judges and other decision makers with respect and regard. Collaborate with opposing counsel and other professional colleagues with civility, especially at times of greatest stress and conflict. If you are lucky, your careers in law will be long, and the judge before whom you present a case today, or the opposing counsel against whom you negotiate tomorrow, may in short order become your law firm or agency partner, or even, if you're lucky, a personal friend. So that's P, professionalism. Now R, reach back, reach down, reach out. Former U.S. Attorney General Janet Reno once said that, quote, being a lawyer is not merely a vocation, it is a public trust, and each of us has an obligation to give back to our communities, unquote. As Amazon General Counsel David Zapolsky told us during his Luminaries in Law interview last year at the law school, pro bono and public service work for lawyers, quote, is not optional, unquote. It is, he said, quote, part of being a lawyer, a quid pro quo of being a member of the bar, unquote. And he's right. We have the obligation to give back to society by exercising our talents as lawyers pro bono publico for the public good. By reach back, reach down, and reach out, what I also convey to you is that you must, as a good Seattle University School of Law lawyer and legal professional, understand that we have an obligation to treat everyone with whom we work with dignity and respect. As you climb the ladder of success, pull others up with you. Treat the janitor who cleans your office, and your secretary who manages your professional life, and the mailroom attendant who directs your mail with the same respect and dignity that you show justices of the Supreme Court. They are, after all, the same in their humanity and in their entitlement to dignity. They also are instrumental in our own success and that of our clients. Being a Seattle U law-educated attorney or legal professional is a superpower. Use it for good. Use it to lift others. You also should reach out. Continue to expose yourselves to people different from you and opinions and perspectives unlike your own. A dear friend, a learned friend, put it this way, quote, understanding requires contrast, unquote. Seek contrast, embrace difference, contemplate diversity, not just of background, but also thought. Okay, so we've covered the P and the R, professionalism and reach back, reach down, reach out. Now the A, appreciation. Live from a place of gratitude, and you will become a better lawyer and a better and happier person. You are high-achieving people. I know that you graduated kindergarten summa cum laude, and then went off to the next thing, and then the next thing, and the thing after that. But please pause and give thanks for the enormous privileges that you now have as lawyers in an extraordinary profession at an auspicious moment in our history and in a country brimming with freedom and opportunity. Abide in gratitude. Now the first C in practice, C for courage. The late Robert F. Kennedy once said, quote, courage is the most important attribute of a lawyer. It is more important than competence or vision even. It should pervade the heart and the halls of justice and the chambers of the mind, unquote. Indeed, as lawyers and other legal professionals, you will see time and again that law is not the same as justice, and that justice is not the same as fairness. You will experience again and again what Jeremy Bentham observed in saying that, quote, the power of the lawyer is in the uncertainty of the law. Sometimes you will be asked to speak truth to power in circumstances that may appear to you to be impossible, unwinnable, hopeless. But the truth is that every quantum leap forward in law started as an impossible dream. Universal suffrage for women, the Civil Rights Act of 1964, marriage equality for gay people, basic equity for the differently abled. These and so many other advances took vision, took daring, took courage among lawyers, other legal professionals, and lawmakers, and resulted in unfathomable progress. So that's P, professionalism. R, reach back, reach down, reach out. A, appreciation. C, courage. And now T, trustworthiness. You must be worthy of trust as a lawyer and legal professional. You must be dependable, organized, and diligent, and consistent in your commitment. Your word is your bond in law, so please be worthy of the trust of your clients, colleagues, and the decision makers before whom you practice. Now let's go on to I. I, integrity, which is related very closely to trustworthiness. Here at Seattle University School of Law, a Jesuit Catholic law school, we taught you about the importance of character in law and how little transgressions can combine into much bigger ones and inure us dangerously to wrongdoing. It is imperative for lawyers to do the right thing when no one else is watching. And I say no one else to emphasize that when we are alone, it is our conscience that watches over us and to which we remain accountable in our quietest moments. Integrity not only is demanded of us as good lawyers and legal professionals, but as good people. And now, almost done, the second and last C in practice, C, compassion towards others and ourselves. Abraham Lincoln once said, quote, "As a peacemaker, the lawyer has superior opportunity of being a good person," unquote. Yes, we must be zealous advocates, but sometimes the best way forward for our clients and causes and for the truth itself to prevail is to make peace, to exercise compassion and equanimity. It is important, too, to realize that this compassion should flow inward and outward. We train you in law to be especially scrutinous in your analysis, to leave no stone unturned, to marshal the facts and leverage the law in as incisive and zealous a manner possible. But sometimes that laser beam honed scrutiny that we have cultivated in you can turn inward. And when it does, please hold yourself in compassion. Be kind to yourself. Be your own best friend. So those are the first 7 of 8 letters in practice. P, professionalism. R, reach back, reach down, reach out. A, appreciate. C, courage. T, trustworthiness. I, integrity. C, compassion for others and yourself. And finally, the practice of law requires us to E, enjoy. Enjoy the moments of success. Embrace the small and the big victories. Fail quickly and move on to more success. And recognize how fortunate each of us is to have reached this pinnacle of success. In Leaves of Grass, Walt Whitman writes, quote, "You must habit yourself to the dazzle of the light and of every moment of your life," unquote. So graduates, dazzle in your light. Please stay in touch with us. We are so very proud of you. Congratulations and thank you. We now would like to take a moment to acknowledge 3 members of our community whom we have recently lost. We are thankful for the time that we have spent with Crispus Mulu, who shared time with us here at Seattle University School of Law as a student in our Master of Legal Studies program, to which he made many contributions. Crispus was a determined and dedicated student. He was service-minded, clothing, feeding, and sheltering refugees in his home for many years. He was a friend and a mentor to many, and a loving and devoted husband, and a father to 6. He will be awarded this afternoon the Master of Legal Studies degree posthumously and I am grateful that we are able to honor him in this way. Please join me in thanking Crispus's family for joining us today to celebrate his life and many accomplishments. Professor Emeritus Henry Hank McGee, Jr. joined the faculty in 1994 as Seattle University School of Law's first ever tenured professor of color. Whether in government, private practice, or academia, Professor McGee brought to his work an unwavering commitment to racial and economic justice and service to others. His prolific scholarship and writing helped shape our understanding of civil rights issues nationally and closer to home. He was engaged globally and locally, twice serving as a Fulbright scholar and teaching at more than 30 universities around the world. Multi-talented and extensively involved in the community, Professor McGee was an accomplished violinist who performed with the Seattle Philharmonic Orchestra and served on a number of boards in the Seattle area. Professor Emerita Julie Shapiro was an active member of our faculty for 31 years. She was a nationally celebrated scholar and advocate in LGBTQ law and policy, and was a gifted and sought-after teacher who was beloved by her students and colleagues alike. Professor Shapiro's scholarship was some of the earliest and most widely cited on issues pertaining to LGBTQ family law. Her work was exceptionally impactful and was relied upon by both litigators and courts in breaking new legal ground and recognizing significant new rights. Professor Shapiro's scholarship and advocacy was so influential and far-reaching that it is no wonder that she received many major awards and other recognitions from some of the most significant national and regional organizations. A round of applause, please, for Professor Emeritus Hank McGee and Professor Emerita Julie Shapiro. Within each graduating class, there are countless students whose futures gleam brightly with the reflection of time well spent in our midst. At this time, we are proud to recognize two individuals in particular whose contributions have greatly enriched the life of the law school. Each year, the faculty choose to honor a student or students who demonstrate the degree of skill, dedication, scholastic achievement, and leadership, both inside and outside of the classroom, as to best exemplify those ideals for which the institution, its faculty, its students, and the law profession strive. On behalf of my colleagues on the law school faculty and myself, I am very pleased to introduce our Faculty Trust Scholar, Jacob Eric Simmons. Jacob, will you please stand? Jacob, please stand. Thank you. It is my honor to announce the recipient of the Dean's Medal. The Dean's Medal is awarded to the student in the graduating class who has the greatest potential to achieve the legal profession's most notable and noble aspirations for justice and ethics through their career, as evidenced by an outstanding record of academic achievement, commitment to public service and capacity for leadership, personal and professional ethics and integrity, and dedication to the highest standards of civility and professionalism in law. This year's recipient of the Dean's Medal is Ariel Lynn Cook. Ariel, will you please stand? Congratulations to our student honorees of the class of 2024.
As we celebrate the accomplishments of our graduates, we'd also like to show appreciation for several members of our faculty who have been granted Professor Emeritus status for their many contributions to Seattle University School of Law. Professor Lily Kong and Associate Professor Gregory Silverman are unfortunately unable to be with us today, but we would like to say a few words about their many accomplishments. Professor of Law Lily Kong joined the School of Law faculty in 2001 and will retire this year after completing her 23rd year of full-time teaching at Seattle University. Professor Kong received her AB from Princeton University in 1980, her JD from Columbia University School of Law in 1984, and her LLM in 1991 from New York University School of Law. An eminent scholar and public intellectual, Professor Kong's research explored the taxation of women and families, tax administration, comparative tax and critical tax theory. She has been published in the Washington University Law Review, Cornell Law Review, Florida Law Review, Alabama Law Review, and many other journals. Professor Kong is a nationally recognized and prolific scholar on taxation, a celebrated educator and mentor, a service-minded colleague with a sustained commitment to Seattle University and the School of Law. Please join me in recognizing her. Associate Professor of Law Gregory Silverman is Faculty Director of the Center for Indian Law and Policy. He joined the School of Law faculty in 1999 and will retire this year after completing his 25th year of full-time teaching at Seattle University. Professor Silverman received his A.B. cum laude from Vassar College in 1978, his M.A. and M.Phil from Columbia University in 1984 and 1991, respectively, and his J.D. from Columbia Law School in 1987. An enrolled member of the Mohegan Tribe of Indians of Connecticut, Professor Silverman served as an active tribal judge for 15 years, sitting as an appellate justice on tribal courts throughout the Pacific Northwest. Professor Silverman has published articles in the Washington Law Review and the Connecticut Law Review, and he's also authored 2 groundbreaking books. Professor Silverman is a national leader in federal Indian law, a respected scholar on the intersection of law and technology, a trailblazer and vocal advocate for technical innovation in the classroom, and a committed and highly regarded teacher of a wide range of subjects. Please join me in recognizing Professor Silverman.
Good morning. Each year, members of the graduating class nominate and select the outstanding faculty honoree who serves as the Marshal at Arms at the Commencement Ceremony. As president for the Student Bar Association, I am honored to present the Class of 2024's award for Outstanding Faculty Honoree to Vice Dean for Intellectual Life and Professor of Law, Deborah Ahrens. The graduating class also annually selects one of their own to serve as the class speaker. It is my great pleasure to invite Joseph E. Philippi to address the graduating class of 2024.
They were supposed to be playing Smash Mouth when I walked up here. That's a miss. If I could be selfish for just a minute and extend some personal thanks. First, to my parents who are here, as well as my little brother, to my siblings and my dear, dear Aunt Kathy out there watching. I love you all so much, and thank you for supporting and believing in me when I couldn't do the same for myself. I want to shout out some of the second floor folks at the school, everyone in CPD, Natasha Murphy and Tony Vo, for helping me feel okay about feeling lost, and then for helping me to take steps to feel less lost. Second floor. And to my amazing professors, I legitimately feel like I hit the lottery with the roster that I got. But if I could specifically shout out Liz Ford, Deborah Aarons, Danielle Evans, and Katie Bowling. And I said Katie. You told Joe Burdine he could call you Katie like a year and a half ago, and you never said it to me. So I'm taking it with the power of the podium now. And most of all, to my classmates, I was warned coming into law school that this was going to be a really cutthroat, competitive, alienating crowd. And instead, what I found was a community of people constantly going out of their way to support each other. So thank you to you all for not being the people that I was warned about. I wanted to speak today about a struggle within the law school that wasn't that spotlighted, but for those of us who it impacted, had a pretty tremendous effect on our time in law school. And I'm speaking about SU Law's flag football team. The struggles we faced, the adversity at the hands of the intramural referees, our failure to secure a championship in spite of 6 consecutive playoff appearances. But the school did not think this was a highly relatable experience to devote much of my time to, so after attempting to drastically shorten my speech, I did eventually rewrite it, but I would be remiss not to mention. What I definitely don't want to do is talk about how we're all supposed to go out and be great lawyers from here, partly because for a lot of us, we either never will be lawyers, or at a certain point we'll decide to do something else, and I hope we all know that that is okay. That something bigger and better, or something that just fits right for us, will come along at some point, and we should be ready to embrace that, whatever it is. I mean, for me, if some decrepit old wizard grabs me on the street and stares into my soul with his third eye and tells me that I am the Lisan al-Gaib, destined to wage a holy war in my name to save some race of forest elves, what am I going to say? Sorry, pal, I'm a lawyer. Yeah, right. I'm taking whatever weird dagger that guy offers me and running into the woods to see what's good with that. When I first got here, really through much of my time here, I had a lot of feelings of fear and inadequacy. I felt like an imposter, felt pretty lost. So when in the height of that stress in my busy 2L year, our professional responsibility professor gave us an assignment to write out our personal professional code of ethics, something short that would just fit on a business card. My first thought was, I'm busy. I don't have time to think about little things like navigating a career in a moral way. But after reflecting for a little bit, I was struggling to distinguish the set of principles I've learned to live by that have gotten me the life I have now after years of being lost, to separate that from some new, different professional code. And I realized for me, it has to be the same thing. I can't be trying to follow 2 different compasses. And so I wrote on that card, does this course of action lead back to love? I threw in something about integrity for the character and fitness folks too. And integrity always sounds good. But if you'll indulge me, and I got the mic, so I want to make a shameless endorsement today, which is to chase love above everything else. I decided to come to law school because I came to believe that as a lawyer, I could make a big difference in specific moments and even just a handful of people's lives, or that I could play a small part in something big that might impact a lot of people's lives. And I came to this law school because I literally was just Googling best schools for public interest in social justice law, and Seattle U kept coming up on the lists I found. So I want to first address this plea to the administration and the faculty to chase love at the law school, to keep it the kind of place where even in our basic 1L courses, a contracts professor uses surrogacy law to highlight geographic and economic inequities, where a legal writing memo turns into legitimate research into invalidating Seattle's segregationist zoning ordinance, where a civil procedure professor pauses her lecture on the rules to tell us what's really troubling behind cases like Bias v. Advantage International and Ashcroft v. Iqbal. Don't dull it down. Don't stop sharpening our best edges in the interest of being a more well-rounded school. We've got plenty of those out there already, and we really don't need more of them. Keep prioritizing the things that attracts faculty and students who could probably go to higher ranked schools, our legal writing program, our clinics, and our social justice and public interest curricula. We are losing a force at the school this year as Professor Chang leaves, so chase love in filling that void. And chase love by finally eliminating the conditional scholarships that we've been told for years are on the chopping block. Now, this might sound a little sunshine and rainbowsy of a proposal, just chase love, but I legitimately think it just makes sense. And for those of you who know me, you know I'm the kind of person who's prone to slide from skepticism to cynicism to fatalism pretty quickly. And like things aren't great out there. I'm not sure the center's gonna hold. I'm not sure this whole American experiment thing doesn't end in a big old laboratory fire. But I'm making a decision to believe that there is hope, that things can get better, because, like, honestly, what else is there to do? You know, one of the things that makes Trump's poison so effective, and it's not unique to him by any means in American politics, is this feeding into and feeding off of people's fear and negativity. It's the, you're all miserable, you're all losing, everything's bad, with me you're gonna win, it'll all be good. Like, he doesn't have to say anything of substance, and it still works because for the people with whom that resonates, they are coming to the table with real problems, with lives that are just as big and complicated and difficult and significant and full of possibilities as anybody else's. Because I believe at the end of the day, every single person is looking for the same basic things: security, a sense of purpose, some measure of comfort, and meaningful connections in their lives. And I would submit to you today that a life in which the priority is to love and to be loved is not some reward that we get after those basic things are in place. It is the surest means by which to get them. And there's a million ways that we can chase love as we go out from here, whether it's standing between a person and incarceration or eviction or deportation, whether it's standing between our own government and support for regimes committing war crimes and genocide in the Middle East, whether it's just trying to make things a little bit easier for somebody going through a divorce or dealing with an estate or trying to solve a problem in their business, even if that means you're one of these psychopaths whose mouth waters at the thought of pouring through Excel spreadsheets. Will. You know, we need people like you too. I may not understand you, but God bless. Or whether this degree is just a path to a job with a paycheck, where you're gonna have the space to love your coworkers, to make memories with friends, to spend lots of time with your family, or to just return home to a relaxing life, watching TV and eating crackers on the couch. Love is a choice that we just get to make over and over in the biggest decisions of our lives and in the smallest interactions throughout our day. And I believe from the bottom of my heart that doing so is the most certain way to get that security, comfort, purpose, and meaning meaningful connections that we're all looking for. So don't chase a bigger and bigger paycheck, hoarding wealth in the name of security and leaving yourself no time to actually enjoy the comfort that it could buy. Don't chase the title, the name on the side of a building as a substitute for genuine purpose. Don't chase status, acceptance into crowds of people who don't really have your back in lieu of meaningful connections. A dope LinkedIn presence isn't going to do much for you when you need someone to wrap their arms around you because you're ready to fall apart. Or maybe it could. I've never really used LinkedIn. Maybe that's a feature on LinkedIn. I don't know. I'm saying today, I'm pleading with you. Don't chase the quick thing. Don't chase the easy thing. Don't chase the logical, low-risk thing. And don't chase the shiny, cool, new, expensive things. Chase love because it is the only thing. The only thing that makes this all make sense. The only thing that makes it worth it to keep going no matter what we run into. Chase love because it's the center that's actually going to hold. Chase love, and you'll never be lost. I love you all. Thank you for letting me share today.
Joe went off script, so I have to turn the pages a little bit. Not off script, but you memorized it. That was amazing. Congratulations, Joe. That was just awesome. Masterclass. All right. Hi, everyone. I'm Brooke Coleman. Mary Smith is, I'm introducing our keynote speaker, and that is Mary Smith. She's the president of the American Bar Association and the first Native American woman to hold this position. Throughout a distinguished career, Smith has served in senior roles in the private sector, in law firms, and in government. An independent board member and former C-suite executive, Smith is currently on the board of PTC Therapeutics, a global biopharmaceutical company, and its vice chair of the Vang Group, a consulting firm based in Washington, D.C. Smith is also founder and president of the Caroline and Ora Smith Foundation, named for her mother and grandmother, which supports the education of Native American girls and women in STEM fields. In her previous role as CEO of the Indian Health Service, a $6 billion national healthcare system that serves more than 2 million people, Smith oversaw the development of an operational framework that utilized data analytics to improve services, allocate resources, and develop the workforce. Earlier in her career, Smith worked as an attorney at Skadden Arps, Slate, Mager & Flom, LLP, in a senior role at Tyco International, and in federal positions including Associate Counsel to the President at the White House and Trial Attorney at the U.S. Department of Justice. Smith is a past National Secretary of the ABA and former President of the National Native American Bar Association. She's widely recognized for her service and leadership, having been named a 2023 Business Leader of Color by Chicago United, a 2023 Director to Watch by Directors and Board magazine, and a recipient of the 2023 Cherokee National Statesmanship Award. Smith received her JD cum laude from the University of Chicago Law School and her BS in Mathematics and Computer Science magna cum laude from Loyola University, Chicago. Please help me in welcoming Mary Smith.
Well, it's so wonderful to be here today. Thank you so much for that great introduction. Congratulations, class of 2024. I'm honored today to be representing the American Bar Association. Yet, much like the historical arc of this country, the ABA's history has been fraught, pocked with past racial and gender discrimination. Nevertheless, there is a reason for optimism. reflecting on the transforming association and the legal profession. As mentioned, I'm the ABA's first Native American woman president. This milestone is not just a personal achievement, but a testament to our collective progress. Yet, the path to such milestones is invariably paved with obstacles. But you all know that by now. For anything worth achieving, obstacles are inevitable. When I was growing up in Chicago, I did not think it was possible for someone like me to be a lawyer. I grew up in the far south side of Chicago, in the shadows of the steel plants that dotted the southern part of Chicago at that time. Neither my father nor my mother went to college. My father, he didn't even graduate high school. He lied about his age and enrolled in the Navy during World War II. My mother, Caroline, was a gifted student who was double promoted and graduated high school at the age of 16. Yet, she did not attend college, even though all three of her brothers did. And I know I'm biased, but I think my mom was smarter than all of her brothers. So in my family, I am not just a first-generation law school graduate. I'm also a first-generation high school graduate and college graduate. Thank you. My grandmother, Orame Pallone, who gave me my Native American heritage, she did not even attend law school past the 8th grade. Reflecting on being a first often felt overwhelming and isolating. Maybe some of you feel the same way. Maybe some of you are also first. First to don the cap and gown of a graduate, first to step in the world of law. Even if you come from a family of lawyers, maybe you are the first to advocate for social justice or to specialize in an emerging field like technology law. When the anxiety of being a first was overwhelming, I focused on what I could control. What my parents and my grandmother gave me was the belief that I could navigate any obstacle with hard work, resilience, and self-determination. The concept of self-determination is deeply rooted in both the history of indigenous peoples and the broader fabric of democracy. It is a principle that affirms the right of a people to choose their own destiny, to govern themselves, and to forge their own path. This is a fundamental legal concept, one that has been critical for the sovereignty and rights of Native American tribes. It embodies the essence of what it means to be free, the freedom to make decisions that shape one's own future. For each of you, as new graduates entering the legal profession, the concept takes on a personal dimension, one that can serve as a foundation in your journey as legal professionals, affirming that you are the architects of your own destiny within the law and beyond. You are now at the helm of your own self-determination. Your career is a landscape waiting to be shaped by your decisions, your values, and your vision for the future. You possess the power to define your own path. Each choice you make contributes to the larger mosaic of your career. Every cause you champion contributes to the larger mosaic of society. When I graduated law school, in some ways, I still did not really feel like I belonged in the legal profession. I had no one to demystify the path ahead or to offer guidance on the unwritten rules that seemed to dictate success or failure. In fact, at my first summer associate job at a big law firm in Chicago, I was criticized for speaking too informally. I was told, "Well, Mary, you wouldn't talk that way if you had went to a prep school." Yes, lawyers can be full of themselves sometimes. I know it's shocking. It was experiences like that that drove me to seek out communities within the larger field that value diversity and inclusion, to mentor students who reminded me of myself, and to advocate for a profession that reflects the rich tapestry of the society that it serves. It was within this journey to find my place that I discovered the true value of my unique perspective. My path was not about conforming to the world, but about breaking it, not just for myself, but for the others who would follow. That is how my sense of not belonging, once a source of doubt, became a catalyst for change. And I found that my experience was quite common. The ABA released a report last year on the experiences of Native Americans in law, and it found that they often walk a solitary path. This lack of representation is not just about numbers. It's about missing voices that could speak to the rich legal traditions of Native communities and help integrate this knowledge into our broader understanding of justice and the law. Your own Center for Indian Law and Policy has been a beacon of progress in this regard. It shines as a model for how education can honor tribal history and law, ensuring it's woven into the fabric, the very fabric of our legal system. So as we gather today to celebrate your remarkable achievements, I invite each of you to pause for a moment. Reflect on the journey that has led you to this point, the late nights, the relentless study, the sacrifices, and the sheer self-determination it took to get here today. Each of you has overcome significant obstacles to be here, a testament to your resilience and commitment to your dreams. You've taken the same rigorous courses, tackled the same assignments, and passed the same exams as your peers. This shared experience has forged a common ground, a community of scholars, thinkers, and most importantly, change makers. You did it. You have graduated and you belong. In fact, your backgrounds and your firsts are your superpowers. Do not let anyone tell you otherwise. I will tell you a little story. When I ran for ABA president, there were those who told me, even to my face, that I did not look like an ABA president. And when I speak to young students of color, particularly young Native American students, I tell them, I look exactly like what an ABA president should look like, and so do all of you. So your uniqueness is a strength and an inspiration. And do not forget that, because the obstacles do not end here. The path ahead will undoubtedly present its share of challenges, mirroring the trials you've already faced and overcome. And it's your unique perspective that will guide you through it. You are entering the legal profession at a very exciting and crucial time. There is no more important time to be a lawyer. The world needs lawyers more than ever to uphold democracy in the face of rising challenges to the rule of law, to champion civil rights in an era of growing social inequality, to navigate the intricacies of international law in a globalized world, and to address the ethical challenges posed by technological innovation, from data privacy to artificial intelligence. It needs lawyers to give voice to the voiceless. And the practice of law, in many respects, is simply unforgiving. It does not bend easily to accommodate the backgrounds and personal challenges of those who enter its ranks. This reality can be especially daunting for people who are heads of households, a majority of whom are people of color, who may bear added responsibilities. It can be daunting for women who navigate gender biases while striving for excellence in their careers. It can be daunting for LGBTQ individuals as they navigate an environment that may not always be welcoming or inclusive. It can be daunting for individuals with disabilities because their needs are not always accommodated. It can be daunting for those from low-income backgrounds where every step forward is hampered by barriers to resources. It can be daunting for all law students whose futures are shadowed by the weight of debt and stressful days. Each of these factors underscores the profound ways in which the field of law demands not only excellence, but a reevaluation of what support and success should look like. And that is before we even get to the inherent nature of legal work itself. The legal profession is renowned for its long hours and high-pressure environment, a reality that transcends the diverse experiences of those within its ranks. This aspect of our field, characterized by demanding deadlines, complex cases, and the expectation of unwavering dedication, presents its own set of challenges. The truth hit home for me during my tenure at a large law firm. At law firms, especially the big ones, it can be impersonal, and there are expectations. Often these expectations come in the form of a call from a partner at 5 p.m. on a Friday night. A call that means you will now be working 14-hour days all weekend long, which is why I would later tell the young associates I worked with, any call at 5 p.m. on a Friday night, that's not a good call. One late Friday afternoon several years ago, as the office began to quiet down, a young first-year associate approached me. He had just received one of those 5 p.m. calls, and he had a question for me. "What's going to change it?" he said. I paused, choosing my words carefully. "It's like a herd of antelopes," I said. "One antelope entering the herd might not steer its direction, but if a significant number joins together, by definition, they will change its course. One person can spark change, but together, you can truly transform it." To the graduates sitting before me today, you are stepping into a profession that is ripe for change. You have the power, collectively, to challenge the status quo. Like a group of antelopes changing the direction of the entire herd, you can redefine what success in this profession looks like. I think about a famous lawyer who many of you may know, Dale Manami. Mr. Manami's story is a powerful example of why lawyers matter. With a deep belief in justice, Mr. Manami led a legal team that challenged the United States government incarceration of Japanese Americans during World War II. Despite all odds, Mr. Manami fought to overturn this decision and eventually succeeded. That is the power of lawyers. They dare to imagine a more just world. They have the audacity, yes, the audacity, to imagine what is possible. They lead the charge in making that vision a reality, working tirelessly to challenge injustices and transform society. When I was trying to come up with a theme for my term as president of the American Bar Association, I was actually thinking about all of you. I wanted to chart a course for the future of the legal profession. The theme I chose for my presidency was lifting our voices, charting the future. That is what I hope, and frankly, what the world needs of all of you. Today marks not just the culmination of your law school journey, but the very beginning of your legal careers. You stand on the threshold of boundless possibilities to make a profound impact. I joined the American Bar Association because I believed in the power of the law to be part of something much larger than myself, to lift my voice in the service of those who have been historically silenced or sidelined. The law is a powerful tool for change, and through it, we can contribute to the legacy of justice, equality, and dignity for all. As you step into the world of law, I urge you to embrace your unique experiences and the challenges you've overcome. They are not just your personal stories, they are your strengths, imbuing you with empathy and a perspective that is critically needed in our profession. It is through understanding our own past that we can better advocate for others, especially in underrepresented and marginalized communities. To lift your voice means to speak up and speak out, to use your legal expertise and moral compass to challenge injustices and advocate for the vulnerable. Remember, significant change often starts with a single voice daring to challenge injustice, but through collective action, that voice can grow into a powerful force for reform. Let's embark on this journey together with courage, conviction, and a commitment to use our collective voices to shape a brighter, more equitable future for all. I want to leave you with a guiding principle from Native American tradition, the concept of 7 generations. It teaches us to make decisions not simply for the next generation in mind, but with the welfare of the next 7 generations in mind. As you embark on your legal careers, it is understandable to focus on how to fit into the world of law, but I would urge you to consider how the law fits society for the long term and for the better. Strive to create a legacy that benefits not just your generation, but the next 7 generations. As you step out into the world, remember, the greatest impact comes not from the ability to merely adapt to the system, but from the courage to transform it. Congratulations again, class of 2024. Thank you.
It's with great pleasure that we take this moment to honor 2 individuals for their achievements in changing the face of justice. First, we honor Mary Smith for your extraordinary accomplishments throughout your distinguished career and contributions to and leadership in the American Bar Association. Seattle University is proud to confer upon you today the degree of Doctor of Laws honoris causa. It is also my great privilege to introduce Dominique Davis. Our commencement ceremony is enriched by his presence with us today. Dominique Davis is the founder and CEO of Community Passageways. Forced to abandon his dream of playing professional football, a young Dominique turned to quick money-making hustles to survive, but he yearned to give back and become a positive contributor to his community. He eventually made the decision to change his path and created the Choose 180 program, serving as co-founder and co-director from 2011 to 2016. Under Dominique's leadership, Choose 180 was named 2015 Best New Nonprofit by Seattle Foundation and Seattle Met Magazine. In 2016, Dominique established Community Passageways after multiple gun-related deaths and incidents on Rainier Avenue. He knew that felony diversion would be a foundational and life-changing juncture for young people, and he developed a four-prong approach: prevention, diversion, incarceration support, and reentry. The first program started in 2017 with a few youth and young adults, and today, Community Passageways serves over 800 young people each year with multiple programs. In the pursuit of breaking institutionally racist systems, Dominique often says that it will take the community to heal the community, that we are the ones that we have been waiting for. Community Passageways is driven by the belief that guidance and support are most effective in inspiring people to make positive choices, to see their unlimited potential, and to envision a future where they can live their lives fully. Dominique Davis, your work in revolutionizing our juvenile justice system and your transformational work in the community exemplifies the law school and the university's mission to educate advocates for justice. Seattle University is proud to confer upon you today the degree of Doctor of Law honoris causa.
Congratulations again, Mary and Dom, and thank you. All right, now it is time to present our graduates, everyone. President Peñalver, it is with great pleasure that I present to you the Seattle University School of Law 2024 candidates for the Master of Legal Studies, Master of Laws, and Juris Doctor degrees. Will the candidates for the Master of Legal Studies degree please stand? President Peñalver, these students presented and listed on the printed program have completed the requirements to receive the Master of Legal Studies degree. Will the candidates for the Master of Laws degrees please stand? President Peñalver, these students presented and listed on the printed program have completed the requirements to receive the Master of Laws degree. Will the candidates for the Juris Doctor degree please stand? President Peñalver, these students presented and listed on the printed program have completed the requirements to receive the Juris Doctor degree.
By virtue of the authority granted by the Charter of Seattle University and vested in me by the Board of Trustees, and acting on the recommendation of the Dean of the Faculty of the School of Law, I hereby confer upon the graduates of the class of 2024 who have successfully completed the program requirements for the degrees of Master of Legal Studies, Master of Laws, and Juris Doctor, with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereunto.
Vice Dean Brooke Coleman and Associate Deans Kristen DiBiase and Aaron Fulner will introduce the candidates individually. As each student's name is read, they will come forward to be hooded by Vice Dean Deborah Aarons and Assistant Professor of Law Daniele Evans. Usually at events such as this, you are asked to hold your applause until all the names have been read. But in recognition of the considerable sacrifice of family and friends of law students, please feel free to express your pleasure as the name of your graduate is read. Deans Coleman, DiBiase, and Fulner, please present the graduates.
Receiving the Master of Legal Studies degree, Atanuke Adekunle. Makaza Makavora. Genesis Medrano. Receiving the Master of Legal Studies degree posthumously, received by his daughter, Grace Nthale, Crispus Nthale Mulu. Yeah. Tendai Mushayike. Ashok Kumar. Sanil Kumar. Ravish Shran. Zola Valashaya. Cynthia Wijakumar. Ria Jane Vora. Akrati Yadav. Receiving the Juris Doctor degree, Tina Michelle Acevedo, cum laude. Jeffrey Hugo Adams, cum laude. Kristen Ann Akers. Luis Alvidrez. Soren E. Anderson, cum laude. T.K. Annie.
Kian Azizarad. Olivia Baginski. Rama Bangasley. Nicholas J.S. Klein Bartels. Lanisha Cecilia Batson. Marcel Loshane Ba. Tyler E. Beckham. Louise Cher Bell. Haley Nicole Berry, cum laude. Emery Birch, cum laude. Casey Black. Tilly Blakesley. Kaylin Talmadge Bowman. Amber Lynn Bradley. Bailey Brandvold. India Marion Brine. Alton M. Brown. Derek T. Brown, cum laude. Stephanie N. Brown. Kevin Burdette, cum laude, hooded by Kevin's wife, Jasmine Rizai, class of 2022. Joseph D. Burdine, cum laude, hooded by Joseph's mother, Diane Evans, class of 2006. Leslie Lee Burnett Locke. Vivica Burnett. Janet A. Buttonweezer. Janelle Francis Carlin. Zachary Chastain. Stephanie Chavez. Christine Huey Lee Chung.
Rihanna L. Chow. Gabrielle Marie Clegg. Hallie Cody, cum laude, hooded by her mother, the Honorable Judge Harriet Cody, class of 1975. Jeffrey Lawrence Cohen. Oh, sorry. Jeffrey Lawrence Cohen, cum laude. Azer M. Cole, magna cum laude. Ariel Lynn Cook, magna cum laude. Samuel Demetrius Corin, summa cum laude. Crystal Leua Correa. Turn around. Oh. Emily G. Crapo. Catherine N. Daly. Ashley Jean Antal Dame, cum laude. Diana Froley DeForest. Tiffany S. Diener. Gregory Paul Demersky, cum laude. Haley Murata Donovan, cum laude. Amber R. Eakins. Gianna Donatella Emma. Burke Anderson Finley, cum laude. Megan Catherine Finley, hooded by their aunt Carrie Hotland, class of 1996. Jack D. Flint. Maureen L. Franich. Cassidy Ann Freitas. David Alexander Fuhr, cum laude. Ekaterina Gagutlova. Talia Gaboa. Stephanie G. Gorman.
Justin Gorney. Molly C. Gunther, cum laude. Nora Ann Hendricks, cum laude. Chelsea L. Henry. Ana Gabrielle Hernandez Zamudio. Marwa Ermendi. Laura Allison Horn, cum laude, hooded by brother-in-law Tyson Soptich, class of 2010. Samuel G. Hunt. Emily Husa. Gregory Michael McCarty Immler. Heather Selby Ingle, cum laude. Joined by her husband, Will Caleb Ingle. Newlyweds. Jakyung Jang, magna cum laude. Emma Therese Jensen, cum laude. Aiden Jones. Madison Joanna Jordan. Haley M. Kardec, cum laude. Simran Kaur, cum laude. Mackenzie J. Kautzman, cum laude. Caitlin Marie Kellel. earning the Juris Doctor, Professional Master of Business Administration degree, cum laude. Brett Thomas Kempsky. Matthew Keene, magna cum laude. Valeria Dimova Land, hooded by her uncle, Eric Halsney, class of 2009. Sonia Lay, cum laude. Brian Lee. Gina Ime Lowe, hooded by her cousins, the Honorable Judge Bernard Veljasic, class of 1998, and Pamela Lowe Veljasic, class of 2000.
Shalia Lutzis Allen. Zachary Grant London, magna cum laude, hooded by Zachary's father, Roy L. London, class of 2008. Ryland Maury, cum laude, hooded by Ryland's mother, Trish Maury, class of 1991, and father, Chris Maury, class of 1990. Sasha Mancisador, magna cum laude. Jordan Elijah Manley. Sydney Amalinda Manning, cum laude. Lincoln T. Marino. Peyton Nicole McCulley, cum laude. Elizabeth L. McDonald. Charles Lawrence McDonnell. Nicole M. McElhaney, magna cum laude. Alexis McMillan. Reed Thomas Myers. Haley R. Miller. Ankita Mishra. Giselle Mondragon, hooded by Giselle's cousin, David Brambila, class of 2018. Joanna Elizabeth Morales. Marilena Morales. Derek Joseph Moritz, magna cum laude. Michael Monthalt. Tara Lee Malreader, cum laude. Gurpreet Mundra. Kennedy Julianne Murphy. Sarah Murphy. Anna Nolan, summa cum laude. Chibuetsa Timothy Okoli. Caitlin Karenna Osborne.
Zulin Andea Pentoa Ortega. Diana Park. James Elliott Patterson. Tiana Alohalani Kikoeloa Perea. Skylar Marie Peters, cum laude. Mariah E. Peterson. Cecilia Alice Petricone. Joseph E. Filippi, coming from the other side. Magna cum laude. Julie Elizabeth Phillips, magna cum laude. Brenna Marie Pink Pempina, cum laude. Octavian Christian Pop. Sierra Nicole Qualis. Ariadna Quiñeres Navarrete. Matthew Simon Ramsey. Michael A. Reyna, cum laude. Andrew G. Reed Monroe. Catherine Ann Rizzo, magna cum laude. Catherine A.J. Robertson, cum laude. Madeline Monique Robinson. Jack Millard Roth. Sandra M. Rookgering. Naomi Rothenberg, cum laude. Matthew James Rupel, summa cum laude. Jean Russell, magna cum laude. Lauren Elizabeth Sabatani. Alicia Danielle Sadler. Jasmine E. Salguero.
Ryan Saunders, cum laude. Emily L. Siebold, magna cum laude. Ruben Sejas. Donna Shabazi. Jacob Simmons, summa cum laude. Sarah Elizabeth Smith, cum laude. Catherine Marie Snodgrass, cum laude. Coming from the other side of the stage, Erin Christina Speed. Jordan Thomas Stapleton. Talia Bianchi Starr, hooded by her mother, Kara Starr, class of 1994. Andrew D. Stein, magna cum laude. Ashley Stevens. Tamira Cecilia Stewart. Alexander Vincent Topkin. Nitya Tolani, cum laude. Madison Ann Tollett, cum laude. Connor Trapp. Elizabeth Troutman. Nicholas Darrell Valade. Wendy Alicia Vallejos. Jaylene Vasquez Leon. Miguel Villaseñor Rodriguez. Tabitha Faye Vitig. Faye Elwell Washburn. Brody L. Weston. Owen Robert Whitcomb. Abiel Woldu. Sarah Wood, cum laude, hooded by her mother, Patricia Proudy Wood, class of 1992. Rachel E. Woodard Kelly, magna cum laude. And baby. Jordan Woodward. Nabil Mujahid Yusfi. Brianne Tolentino Zamora. Grace Ann Morris Zangerly. Michael Zangel. Sabrina Zavala. Deandra Lynn Zuniga. Congratulations to all of our graduates of the class of 2024.
Joe, there's a lot of love in this room, so you have set the right tone. Congratulations again, graduates. Thank you, loved ones, family members, for showing them so much love and so much encouragement and so much warmth forever, but especially today. Thank you to Erin Christina Speed, 2023-24 SBA President, for her assistance in coordinating our commencement activities. The benediction will be offered by Father Lucas Sharma. Please stand. And following the benediction, please remain standing for the recessional.
Loving God, you have fashioned all of us in your image, in your likeness, which is radically good. Today, as we celebrate our graduates, we ask that you give us all a felt sense and profound knowledge of our graduates' radical goodness so that they can go out and make our world more just. Give them your faith that the world can be more just than it currently is. Give them the hope that they can contribute, if but just a fragment, to making this world better, and the sustained hope that they are always contributing to the betterment of the world. And give them love, the love of you and the love of everyone they will encounter and serve, so that they will see you in the privileged and the marginalized and bridge the gap so that there someday is simply a beloved community, no longer an us and them, but simply us. Above all, in this time, help them in their works of channeling of your peace, so that where there is hatred, there may be love. And for all of us here, ensure in us that we affirm their goodness, that we foster their faith, sustain their hope, and as St. Ignatius of Loyola famously said, show them that we love them not in our words, but in our deeds. We make this prayer in a spirit of tremendous gratitude, as together we say, Amen.
This commencement convocation is now concluded. I'm also supposed to tell you to enjoy your day of celebration, but you've got a head start, it sounds like. So that's